Hello and welcome you all back on History Adulan. Today, let us study 8th standard lesson from SPL Political and Social Life Public Facilities. As you all know, public facilities are meant for all the public benefit. It is the responsibility of government to provide each citizen with the basic public facilities. Water, electricity, transport, health and education are some of the core public facilities. That is the responsibility of the government, and government must give it to its citizen. Because what is government? Government is nothing but the institution that looks after the wholesome development of an individual and the society. So if it is working for the wholesome development of the society, then it's responsibility of the government to provide basic amenities to its citizen. So in this chapter, we will be studying what are public facilities and how they are enjoyed by the public. Same time, we will also study whether in reality government is reaching up to the public to fulfill their needs. So here are some of the examples we will learn through illustration. So let's begin with one of the story of Amu and Kumar, who were traveling by bus in city of Chennai, and they go through several areas and they observe what exactly the situation of water facility in Chennai.
Bus reach Anna Nagar. Anna Nagar is said to be one of the posh area of rich people's locality. Ram Gopal, who was senior government officer, lives in this area. All these bungalows with a lush green lawns. It gets generous 24/7 hours water supply. Whenever there is insufficient supply of water, Mr. Ram Gopal calls municipality water board, and water tanker is arranged there by facing no water shortage. Now bus has reached Mailapur. Mailapur situation is quite different to that of Anna Nagar. Here Subramanyam face water shortage. He receives water once in 2 days. Water is basic and daily need, since they set private borewell. Its water is brackish and non-drinkable since used in toilets, washing, cleaning, etc. They had to purchase water from water bottle or water tanker for drinking and cooking. Each need to spend 500 to 600 rupees monthly for water tanker. Besides, they installed water purification system to get pure water. Water conditions in Madipakkam was much worse than that of earlier. Shiva stays in rented house on first floor. He receives water once in 4 days. Need to buy bottled water for daily. Due to water shortage, Shiva can't bring his family to Chennai. This may increase his expenditure, so he avoid bringing his family to Chennai. Amu and Kumar was quite surprised to see the situation in Saidabet. It was totally different than that of Madipakkam and Mailapur. Here, Padma works as a domestic helper and stays in slum. She has to pay rent of rupees 650 for hutment. 30 hutments had one common tap and a toilet. They get water from borewell 20 minutes twice a day. It is non-drinkable and each family can fill maximum 3 buckets. During summer, situation is much worse. They need to wait in a long queue for water. Some get water at the cost of others. Brackish water leads to waterborne diseases. This increases the health and life risk of the slum people. After having keen observation, by traveling through Annanagar, Mylapore, Madipakkam, and Saidapet. Amu and Kumar developed a sense of observation, and they observed there is inequality in distribution of water facilities in different parts of Chennai. Wealthy people who afford to buy water can have safe drinking water, whereas poor are left out. People with money have the right to water, while it's far cry from the goal of universal access to safe and sufficient water. Which public services is responsibility of the government? Transport, roads and traffic, health, hospital, medicine, public works, construction and repair of roads, bridges, buildings, gardens, etc. Education, free and compulsory education, infrastructure, financial aid, and others. Water and electricity supply. To provide clean, pure, and sufficient water is public service of the government. Water as part of fundamental right to life. India records 1,600 deaths of children below 5 years due to waterborne diseases. Article 21 ensures every citizen with universal and sufficient access to water at free or affordable price, along with education and health. Many court cases in High Court, Supreme Court held that safe drinking is fundamental right. In regards to letter of villager from Mehbubnagar in Andhra Pradesh to the state of High Court, High Court ordered collector to give 25 liters of water to each citizen. This is 2007's case. Here, textile industry discharged chemicals in the stream which contaminated the river and groundwater. Besides using water for domestic purpose, villagers needs water for cattle, irrigation, agricultural use, etc. Water being basic need, it's duty of government to supply with safe, clean, sufficient water to all. Water shortage and acute crisis during summer is common to other cities of India. A standard set by Urban Water Commission in urban areas is 7 buckets, that is 135 liters per person, whereas people in slum gets less than 20 liters per day per person, while luxury hotels consumes 80 buckets water, that is 1600 liters per day. Municipal water departments running at a loss and believe in private water services. World facts. Throughout the world, water supply is a function of the government. Porto Alegre city in Brazil sell water at low price and poor are charged half rate. They use money from profit to improve water supply. Department functioning is transparent and people can have direct say through public meetings. This has lowered the infant death rate and achieved universal access to safe water. India too witnesses cases of success. Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai are best examples of it. Chennai Water Department initiated rainwater harvesting which helped to increase groundwater level. In some places, government gave responsibility of water supply to private bodies under their direct supervision. Here, government decides rates of water tank. Government make provision in budget for adequate water facilities. Along with water, it is need to improve sanitation facilities in the country. Sanitation coverage is even less than water in India. As per 2001 official figures, says 68% Indian houses had access to water, while only 36% households had an access to sanitation, that is, toilet facilities within houses or premises. Sulabh, a non-government organization, worked to address sanitation problem in India. Sulabh has constructed more than 7,500 public toilet blocks and 1.2 million private toilets, giving access to sanitation for 10 million people. Now let's conclude the lesson. We can say, after studying the whole lesson, the poor localities are underserved. Handing over to private companies may not be the solution for this problem. Provide rights of equitable manner, that is, universal access to safe and sufficient water.
So this is all about our lesson, public facilities. So students, you all must have learned that how public facilities are meant for the development of an individual. Each person, each citizen of the country have right to live. Public facilities are covered under right to life. Though this has been covered under our constitution, there are certain instances in which the people don't get the proper justice. They are treated unequally. There is a discrimination made between the rich and the poor while distributing these facilities. So, irrespective of all these things, we must know public facilities is the responsibility of the government and it is meant for every citizen of the country. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you next time. Bye bye. Take care.